I remember when your name was just another name that rolled without thought off my tongue. Now, I can't look at your name without an abundance of sentiment attached to each letter. Your name, which I played with so carelessly, so easily, has somehow become sacred to my lips. A name I won't throw around lightheartedly or repeat without deep thought. And if ever I speak of you, I use the English language to describe who you were to me. You are nameless, because those letters grouped together in that familiar form carries too much meaning for my capricious heart.
Do people get tired of each other after being together for a long time? When two people spend a lot of time together, they become very familiar with each other. You might argue about small things and feel tired, and start thinking that you don't like each other anymore and that you're not a good match. Then you meet someone else, and you feel like that person is great for you, even better than your current partner. You have fun conversations that seem to last for hours. You treat each other with kindness, and you seem to forget about your current partner. But in this moment, it is important for you to remember that when you first got together, you also had endless things to talk about. You should know that feelings can become ordinary over time, and it's only with people you don't know well that you have a lot to talk about. Real feelings show up when you have nothing to talk about, and excitement turns into true love if you can overcome this phase, and you realize that there's nothing in this world that can break your bond.
From the beginning of my life, I have been looking for your face, but today I have seen it. Today I have seen the charm, the beauty, the unfathomable grace of the face that I was looking for. Today I have found you, and those who laughed and scorned me yesterday are sorry that they were not looking as I did. I am bewildered by the magnificence of your beauty and wish to see you with 100 eyes. My heart has burned with passion and has searched forever for this wondrous beauty that I now behold. I am ashamed to call this love human and afraid of God to call it divine. A Japanese legend once said, "I will always choose you, even on the days we don't understand each other. You're the only person I want to love in the end." I know. One day you'll look back and realize that you should have tried. You'll remember the love in her eyes, the warmth of her touch, the sound of her voice that once made your heart race. But by then, it will be too late. She will have moved on, healed from the scars, and found joy in her own life. She won't need you to make her smile anymore. And as you watch her from a distance, thriving and happy, you'll regret letting her go. You'll realize that you had something precious, something irreplaceable, and you let it slip through your fingers. You will realize that you should have fought for her, but now it's too late. You will see her laugh. You'll see the glow on her face and hear her voice once again. It will hit you that you shouldn't have left her when she was begging for you to come back. Her face will remind you of the hurt you gave her, and that's when you'll hear your heart shatter. That's when you'll feel what you've lost, because she would have learned how to be herself again. She'd have learned how to pick her pieces and leave. You will wish that you had a chance to hold her once again, but she will be so full of life to accept your half-love. And one day, you will realize that not everyone is replaceable. How beautiful it was when Rumi wrote, "When I first saw you, my eyes said, 'You are my light.' When I first found you, my soul said, 'You are my soul.' I felt it in my soul when Rumi wrote, 'Close your eyes, fall in love, stay there. If everything seems dark, look again, you may be the light.' I once had 1,000 desires, but in my one desire to know you, all else melted away. I don't love you with my heart and mind. I love you with my soul, in case my mind forgets and my heart stops. You have to keep breaking your heart until it opens. Love is when God says to you, 'I have created everything for you,' and you say, 'I have left everything for you.' Everything awaits its time, No rose blooms before its time. No sun rises before its time. Wait for what is yours, and it will come to you. Why are you knocking at every other door? Go knock at the door of your heart. My soul is from elsewhere, I'm sure of that, and I intend to end up there.
I really felt it when Hayao Miyazaki said that true love was two people inspiring each other to live, recognizing just how hard living is, putting one foot in front of the other every day, how easy it is to lose our passion for it. Life is suffering. It is hard. The world is cursed. But still you find reasons to keep on living. Shakespeare once said, "I always feel happy. You know why? Because I don't expect anything from anyone. Expectations always hurt. Life is short. So love your life, be happy, and keep smiling. Just live for yourself, and before you speak, listen. Before you write, think. Before you spend, earn. Before you pray, forgive. Before you hurt, feel. Before you hate, love. Before you quit, try. Before you die, live."
Marilyn Monroe once said, "I'm selfish, impatient, and a little insecure. I make mistakes, I am out of control, and at times hard to handle. But if you can't handle me at my worst, then you sure as hell don't deserve me at my best. I know I have to wait, but there's something about your existence that makes me look for the stars during the day. We want someone we can grow old with, but the soul says, I'm waiting even 20 years from this point now for you to tell me, stay, this is where you belong. I don't want to be left alone in the dark. I don't want to fail at loving you. I don't want us to succumb to the doubts that our souls grasp onto. I don't want every day to feel like a missed opportunity. Our love is too good to be left as a bad story. I don't want to be the faint memory in the back of your mind years down the road, where you wish you could turn back time to change how everything played out. I don't want you clinging on to the wonder of, wow, things could have been really good. I want good now. There's always going to be a piece of me that believes in the better part of us. I need you to believe it too. I confess, commitment used to scare me. Since I've met you, I'm willing to give you every inch of my heart. Because I confess, I love you, and I plan on loving you forever, through trials, pains, and misunderstandings. Through all of it. Because I want to be committed to you. To put it simply, there's not one part of you I don't want. I think I'd go back in time to the night we first met, just to live it all again. Here's a theory that will change your life. We spend so much time and energy trying to control other people and get emotionally affected trying to decipher their behaviors, failing to realize we have no control over them. We were not put on this earth to control other people's actions. It's not your job to analyze people's behaviors and jump to conclusions about why they're doing what they're doing. The truth is, you'll never truly know. This is where the let them theory comes in. Is someone judging you? Let them. Is someone excluding you? Let them. Someone ghosted you? Let them. Not only is this so emotionally freeing, but it also allows people to show their true colors, and that is invaluable. You are then able to make better choices about the people you want to keep in your life. This also applies to good things too. If someone compliments you, loves you, or admires you, let them.
Falling in love with you feels like everything in my world suddenly makes sense. It's like the colors are brighter, and even the smallest things seem so much more meaningful now. My heart races whenever I'm with you, but at the same time, there's this incredible sense of peace, like I've found my home. I want to know every little thing about you, share all my thoughts and dreams with you. Being with you is this perfect mix of excitement and calm, like you're the missing piece I didn't even realize I needed.
I find the concept of growing in love so much prettier than love at first sight. Like one day you look at someone and you suddenly realize you see them in a different light than you did the night before. That's falling. Letting you go meant realizing I'm not meant for you and setting you free. You are everyone I love, everything love is to me, and infinitely more. I'm not giving up on you, but I'm loving you more than the heartbreak. Because for me, letting go isn't giving up. To me, letting go is choosing love for both of us. And although we were wrong and weren't all that we thought, I still love you, and I always will. Because truly, you existing will always be enough for me. Because I love you more than my need to talk to you, and more than my need to be with you. The love is not contingent upon us being together in any way. And one day I'll find a love that ours could never be. Thank you for reminding me that love is never wasted. I love this version of myself that you brought out. Thinking about you has become as natural as breathing. You are deeply ingrained in my soul. Every time I laugh, I'm thinking of you. Every time I see something beautiful, I'm thinking of you. Every time I stare out the window and imagine what my life will be like in the years to come, I'm thinking of you. Not a moment goes by when you're not on my mind, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I read a quote that said, "Don't leave anything for later. Later, people grow up. Later, words go unsaid. Later, you lose interest. Later, opportunities slip away. Later, the day turns into night. Later, you regret not doing something. Later, life goes by, and you had the chance." I saw a quote that said, "Be yourself, so the people looking for you can find you." Just because we didn't work out doesn't mean it's your loss, or my loss either. Our chapter is over, and I want you to win as bad as I want to win too. I'm not gonna try and make you regret it, or make you jealous, because there's enough room for all of us to win. I'm not gonna find someone better than you, but I'll find someone better for me, just as you have. We were on the same team then, and we're on the same team now, just headed for different directions. But really, in a world full of distractions, I think we all just want someone who makes us feel irreplaceable. I read a quote that said, "Wait for someone who loves you differently. One who can see the fire in your soul, the child in your laugh, and the ocean in your heart." I know I have to wait, but there's something about your existence that makes me look for the stars during the day. She asked me if I would ever leave her, and I said, "No matter what happens to us from now until the end, I want you to know that I am certain of you, and you can be certain of that." I read a quote that said, "We are like books. Most people only see our cover. The minority read only the introduction. Many people believe the critics, and only few will know our content." I am so thankful that you are alive. I read a quote by Dostoevsky that said, "The price of loving someone very much is never loving anyone again." A part of me hates to admit it, but I'm not crazily in love with you. My heart doesn't skip a beat whenever you look at me. It doesn't feel like fireworks exploding or storms colliding. This love is calm and silent. It makes my heart beat slower, and it allows me to heal. It's not what I expected love to be like, but it's the kind of love I needed. Having people that love you is one thing, but having people who still love you when you're a burden, still love you when things are a mess, still love you when you're in the wrong, those are your people. To truly be loved is to still be loved when it's inconvenient to love you. I confess, commitment used to scare me. Since I've met you, I'm willing to give you every inch of my heart. Because I confess, I love you, and I plan on loving you forever, through trials, pains, and misunderstandings. Through all of it. Because I want to be committed to you. To put it simply, there's not one part of you I don't want. I think I'd go back in time to the night we first met, just to live it all again.